What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Underrated Plug. Now, last night was the final for The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16. And just like everybody who's been waiting on this final, we finally got to see the battle commence, and we finally got to see the Whispers being taken down, because they've been winning for literally about 2 seasons now. They have been killing off the group in big numbers, and the group really has never been able to outsmart them. Finally, Negan did something right. I mean, I still want Negan gone because of what he did to Glenn. I mean, that was probably the most epic episode of the whole entire show, is when Negan killed Glenn. So I wanted him dead, but of course, you know, they had to write the story up in a better way. But he actually redeemed himself, and he actually killed the Alpha, which nobody seemed to be able to do or have the guts to do. So he finally made his contribution, and maybe just a little bit of redemption back from killing Glenn. Now, I still think he should die, as far as maybe Maggie, because if Maggie sees him again, or Maggie ever gets her chance, I do think she will kill him in the episodes, or in the next season possibly. We just have to stay tuned to find out. So he did offer some redemption, and so did Lydia. They both played a key role in the Whispers' downfall. Now, only thing I wish was better, and maybe this is because of COVID, but I wanted Daryl and the new Alpha to really go at it with some heavy battle, but maybe due to COVID, they couldn't really fight it out too much, so they just had to kind of kill him quick and make it easy, because maybe COVID didn't allow for them to really have a great epic fight scene, because it was kind of too easy, being that he was beating up everybody and killing everybody with ease. And I know everybody probably wanted to see a battle between the new Alpha and Daryl, but the circumstances, they probably just couldn't do it. They probably just had to get it over with and get him killed off so that they can move on. Now, why they made his death so kind of, Jesus-like, and really just kind of, a really long, drawn-out death, him doing all the little flashbacks and all the connecting with the other walkers, that was kind of strange. But nonetheless, they probably have to just kind of counter it out due to the non-epic style of the battle or his death that took place. Nonetheless, they finally got him, so he was the problem. I'm sure with him gone, everybody else will fall in line and also become easier targets. So they did offer some redemption for Lydia and Negan. Now, I do love that Maggie came back. She finally made a return back to the show after being gone for so long. She got word, of course, that Jesus has died, and a few other people have been killed by the Whispers. So she was ready to battle. Now, I do like how they saved Gabriel inside of the building, because he was pretty much done for. I don't know why he just shot one bullet. That was kind of weird. Maybe he just had one bullet. But he was definitely one to get killed, and she showed up with this ninja guy, which was hilarious, where he showed up and just took out everybody. So she did come with reinforcements ready to fight. So we were glad to see Maggie back in the show, because her presence with everybody else being gone was pretty important, I believe, in this final. And we got a chance to really see her get back in action, and hopefully next season and maybe the new episodes to come will actually, reveal more of Maggie and, get more interesting. And I hope some interesting things happen between her and Negan, because I think she still is holding on to the death of Glenn, of course, because that was her guy and he was just an epic character. Eugene and, the communicating on the radio between this stranger, which I always figured was pretty weird. I don't know why they all agreed to even do this, and definitely bringing along the crazy chick from downtown who literally walked them through a minefield and walked them in a circle for hours. But nonetheless, they actually probably felt bad for her because she hasn't seen any people. So they just added her to the group. It's pretty easy to become a member of the group. And she has a big old gun, and she's probably crazy, so that she would be a benefit person to have in the group. So they finally go and make the journey, and they don't find anybody. And of course, these stormtrooper people come running out with guns, and now they're pretty much stuck, not knowing what's going to go on with that. I suspect that might be the group where Rick is being held, and why he's been gone for 5 or 6 years. We only have to see in the next season or in the extended episodes, because I want to think, from what I read, I believe they actually are going to give us 6 more episodes of this season next year, and then maybe after that a season 11. But I think most of that is up in the air because of the COVID and just the circumstances, and everybody probably having other obligations with other TV shows. So we'll have to wait and see what goes on in the future. Also, Get to see Connie come back. That was really good. I'm pretty sure everybody was wondering what happened to Connie. You see that she finally woke up in the woods. She's okay. She didn't get eaten, or her character at least has more to offer. And she actually got found by the guy who locked up Michonne. So we'll have to see what plays out between them two. Maybe there's a storyline there. Maybe they're going to take that in a different direction. But nonetheless, Connie is back, and they still haven't found her. Of course, the group. But now she's still back in the show. They just showed a clip of her, though. They didn't show much, so I'm sure more will come with her in the future episodes of next season. As well as the season final didn't have Michonne in it. That was pretty interesting. I wonder why they didn't give Michonne maybe just a glimpse or a clip in the season final. That was pretty interesting. So maybe the next few episodes might be better. And next year we might get more from Michonne and her journey to find Rick, because we're getting hints that Rick might still be alive, of course. So, which I think everybody is awaiting for Rick to come back to the show. Everybody wants to see Rick back because he's been gone for so long. I mean, his daughter is literally growing up to be, a great warrior and a great, member of the group. And she kind of holds the group together and kind of puts everything into perspective for everybody. She's kind of everybody's kind of compass in a lot of ways. So I think just to be a kid in this new world, she offers a lot, and she kind of, helps everybody in kind of like a saving grace type of kind of person. And just for her just to be a kid, but I mean, this new world, you have to grow up fast. I mean, she's not scared of anything, and she's a good protector, especially for her brother RJ. So we have to see what goes on with her and everybody else in the future. Also, the girl that Carol left in the crowd, that was pretty interesting. I mean, as soon as she got caught and screamed, Carol just kept on stepping. She just knew it was over. I mean, she basically screamed and she got stabbed, and she didn't get away. So Carol basically left her. Carol, in the last few seasons, Carol has become a savage of a person, and she's just kind of like, well, if you mess up or you get left behind, the emotions are out of it. She pretty much just left her to die, which is pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty cruel of Carol, but that's kind of how she's been lately. And then also at the last minute, she tried to kill herself. She was going to walk off the bridge. It was, she was really thinking about it hard, but Lydia was there to actually save her. So Lydia deserves some kind of redemption for saving her. And I think her and Carol are going to become more like mother and daughter type of figures to each other, just because of all the loss that's been had. And Carol has nobody else. I mean, she's not with the kingdom. She's not with the king anymore. So they're probably going to get really closer in the future seasons. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, being that Carol kind of hates her and has this really, issue with her as far as her son and all the drama that took place. And also Carol being in a lost state. She's been lost for the last season, and she just really needs to, try to find herself. And going off that bridge might have been her rock bottom. So we have to see what happens in the future with her. Overall, this episode was pretty interesting. It wasn't as epic as a lot of the others finals have been. And I was hoping they actually raised the bar a little bit with this last episode, especially since we're not going to have one for a while. So I was hoping for a lot better epic battle, just something happening that was really dramatic and really great. Everything in this one was kind of, mediocre. This could have, I don't even think they should have called this a final. They should have just called it episode 16 and left it, but they've been promoting it so much as a final and, the epic battle and all that stuff. And it wasn't really all that epic. It was a pretty mellow ending to this story. It really wasn't that epic. So it was kind of dry, but nonetheless, we get some new information. We get some new characters introduced. Maggie bringing the little ninja guy, the real good killer with her, and Connie being still alive, and she's meeting up with the other guy. Michonne is still on the loose. She wasn't in this one. So there's some things to go off of and some good cliffhangers to go off of in this. But overall, they finally they finally win a battle. I mean, that's pretty epic. They finally win against the Whispers because they've been losing so long. So they finally get to have some kind of victory and some kind of hope. So overall, it was a decent episode, but I just can't wait to see what happens next. I can't wait to see what the new season 11 is going to be about, or these other 5 or 6 episodes that we should get, because I believe I read it's supposed to be 24 episodes total this season. But, that could be wrong. Who knows? We just have to stay tuned and see. And also some of The Walking Dead Beyond. So that's going to be a pretty interesting season. and they showed it right after The Walking Dead. I mean, it's literally lumped in on the app right after The Walking Dead. They play the new season of the Beyond The Walking Dead. So it was a pretty cool episode. I mean, we got a little bit of insight. We got some futuristic stuff. You know, they're starting younger with some kids and their journey to take place to go find these sisters' dad, because he's warned them that everything has went to hell and his safety may be in danger. So they embark on that journey. So not much to really go off of, except for maybe just an organization who runs everything now, and you know, they're not to be trusted. And the last clip of that episode was the people slaughtering all the people in that town. So who knows, maybe they left just in time and now they're on the loose to look for the kids before they reach the facility in New York. So hopefully she gave them the right directions to where they're going. But this new show should be pretty cool, and we'll just have to see what this entails and how it ties into the Walking Dead franchise. So that's it, guys. That's my little review of The Walking Dead Beyond, and also The Walking Dead finale. So tune into the channel, like, subscribe, comment, and tell me what you guys think of the episode, if you guys liked it, if you guys didn't like it, and subscribe for more content, watch more videos about TV, film, and music. And that's it. Peace.